Well, no,
SpongeBob, are you okay? You look kinda different.
Well, I'm not exactly what you'd call okay, Mr. Krabs. You see,
Aha! You just forgot to put your hat on. No, I figured out.
Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I have another top 5 video for you guys on Red Dead Online. I haven't done one of these in some time, and I think it's the perfect time to make a video on the top 5 reasons that Red Dead players are angry at Rockstar. Now, this video is directed mostly towards players who don't play Red Dead to try to educate them on why Red Dead players are so angry at Rockstar, and to try to bring more attention to this. And if you guys agree with me on the things that I say in this video, please do drop a like, and if you could share the video, it would help. Normally I don't tell people to share my content, but bringing this to attention, getting more people to know about this, and even possibly posting this on Rockstar's feedback page. If you guys could post that on Rockstar's feedback page, I'll link that down below. It might address some of these grievances, and maybe Rockstar will fix a lot of these issues. Now, a lot of people that are watching this video probably think that it's a Blood Money update what people are really angry about. Right now, the majority of players, yes, they're angry about the Blood Money update, but the Blood Money update is basically the final thing. It's the final thing that pushes a lot of people over the edge, where they say, that's it, I'm done. I'm not playing Red Dead Online anymore. There's actually a huge list of grievances, a huge list of things that people are angry at Rockstar over. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining those things. So let's start off the video. Top 5 reasons that Red Dead players are angry at Rockstar. Starting off at number 5 is the glitches. Now, Red Dead Online has so many glitches. Where do I start? You have the dreaded disconnect glitch, where people still get disconnected from time to time because of Red Dead Online's horrible servers. But most importantly, there was a really annoying glitch that was in the game for over 10 months, and that was the animal spawns. Animal spawns were broken since Frontier's Pursuits in September of 2019, even though a huge portion of that update included hunting with the trader wagon. Animal spawns were glitched. You could ride around the map and you would not be able to find animals anywhere. The only time you could find animals is if you went into legendary bounty missions, or if you were in a server that had very few people in it. The more people that were in the server, the less chances of animals spawning. And it went on like that for 10 months. 10 months, and then Rockstar finally addressed that in February of 2020, almost half a year later after that glitch happened, and they didn't fully fix it until the Naturalist update. Naturalist came out in July 2020, animal spawns were fixed, but from time to time, I still hear about people having problems with animal spawns. Now, I understand that animal spawns have been fixed for the most part, and it's not as bad as it was in the past, but the fact that this went on for 10 months is just disgusting, and that's just a few glitches. With the recent Blood Money update, for instance, Blood Money, there's this one really annoying glitch where you're stuck in the 50% loading screen. You see this message 50%, or you don't even see the 50% screen, and you're constantly stuck on the black and white screen. You're constantly loading in. And this is actually one of the reasons that my Blood Money review took so long to make, because I constantly kept getting stuck on the screen. I would restart my game, load back in, get stuck on an infinite loading screen. Then there's also another glitch with the Blood Money update in which time will randomly go backwards. So it could be night, and then it will randomly become day, or it could become day, and it could be night. That could happen. And while this isn't a completely game-breaking glitch, there are actually certain missions, like the homestead robbery missions. Those missions can only be triggered at night. So if you're trying to trigger those missions and you get this annoying glitch, then yes, you won't be able to play it. And on top of that, there was one glitch where I encountered invisible enemies. That was in the Jeb Phelps contract. That I talked about that in my review. So even though that was just in one level, it's annoying that there's invisible enemies in the first place. There is just a bunch of other glitches in this game. Annoying glitches. Sometimes people still get stuck in a black screen when they try selling their moonshine business. That still happens. And there's more glitches. I could go on and on. But there's a lot of glitches in this game that don't get fixed, and people get really angry about them. Next at number 4, we have stupid nerfs and shady practices. So let's start off with the stupid nerfs. So you guys might remember that back in December of 2020, when Rockstar released the Bounty Hunter expansion, they nerfed the daily challenges, which is actually the stupidest nerf that Rockstar has done in my opinion. And a lot of people were really outraged about this. Now, this is from my video back when I did the petition, and that petition is still up. I'll link it down below, but it was a petition that I created in order to try to convince Rockstar to revert the daily challenges to what they once were. So in the past, this is what the daily challenges used to be. They used to be that day 1 through 7, you get 0.20 gold per challenge with a 0.60 gold bonus for doing all 7. Day 8 through 14, you get 0.30 gold per challenge and 0.90 gold bonus for doing all 7. Day 15 through 21, 0.40 gold per challenge with 1.20 gold bonus for doing all 7. And then day 22, You got 0.50 gold per challenge with a 1.50 gold bonus for doing all 7. Plus, at 28 days, you get the treasure map, and you could keep doing this streak forever. And additionally, there was also the roll daily challenges, so you could earn even more than this. So daily challenges were a great way to make gold. A lot of players made gold in them, and some players had a streak that was well over a year. You know, people would sign into Red Dead Online mainly for this, and it was a great way to keep a constant player base on your game. That people would constantly sign into the game, even if it was just for a few minutes, they would still get on the game and do a daily challenge. For some reason, Rockstar decided, you know what? Let's cut the streaks. No more streaks. People couldn't have daily challenge streaks anymore, and whenever you get to 28 days, it would automatically reset and go back to day 1. But it wasn't just that. They actually cut daily challenges in half. So basically what you see here, everything was cut in half. So instead of 0.20 for the first week, you get 0.10. For the second week, you get 0.15 gold. For the third week, you will get 0.20, and the fourth week, you get 0.25 gold per challenge. And the bonuses were also cut in half. That was a really stupid thing for Rockstar to do. People were really angry about that. And on top of that, Rockstar had also, they had patched the bridge glitch where you could just basically shoot up in the air. And I know people are saying that now the bridge glitch is back, but why was that bridge glitch patched in the first place? Something so harmless, people just having fun on that. And now the shady practices. What are the shady practices that Rockstar does? They do stuff like this. Look at this. This is Arthur Morgan's outfit, the Haraway. And I want to thank my friend Moff for actually sending me this picture because I can't even see how much it's worth because I had gotten it with a previous Outlaw Pass. They're charging you 52 gold bars. 52 gold bars for a single outfit here. For a single outfit. Let's take a look at how much Red Dead Online is. Red Dead Online right now is $20 US. That's how much Red Dead Online costs. At least in my country, it's $20 US. Let me know if it's the same price around in your country, guys. But $20 US. And now if we look at the store right here for how much gold bars it is, 55 gold bars is actually $20. So 52 gold bars, that'll basically be close to $20. So you are paying $20 for a single outfit. For a single outfit, they dare to charge you $20. Seriously, for basic, you could buy the entire game for that price. $20 for a single outfit. But it doesn't just end there. So when the Bounty Hunter expansion was released, they had you buy the prestigious Bounty Hunter license again. It wasn't already that you had the Bounty Hunter license, you had to buy it a second time, and you had to buy it for 15 gold bars. Plus, on top of that, when they released the Outlaw Pass 4, it cost 40 gold bars. And how much gold bars did you get back? You got 30 gold bars back. So it was the first Outlaw Pass where you wouldn't get all of your gold bars back. If you bought the Outlaw Pass within the first 72 hours, then you would get an extra 10 gold bars back, and you would get your 40 gold. But Rockstar made it seem like you were making extra gold bars when you were just basically getting back exactly what you invested into it. And on top of that, when they released Outlaw Pass 5, they were charging you 35 gold bars for Outlaw Pass 5 in March of 2021. And Outlaw Pass 5 was released with no content. It had no content on it. There was stuff in the Outlaw Pass, don't get me wrong, but there was no DLC attached to it. How can you possibly release an Outlaw Pass with no content on it? No DLC attached to it, seriously? And they expect people to buy stuff like this? This is just disgusting. Moving on to number 3, we have massive updates for GTA Online and barely anything for Red Dead Online. Now, this point, I think it's really important to bring this up, especially towards players that aren't too familiar with Red Dead Online, and this point will hopefully educate a lot of players that are especially just GTA Online players and aren't Red Dead players. Now, a lot of GTA Online players don't understand why Red Dead players are constantly comparing Red Dead Online to GTA Online. Red Dead players aren't comparing Red Dead Online to GTA Online in terms of gameplay. They're not even doing that. What they're comparing is, they're comparing the size of content between the two games. And there's no way that you can make the argument that both games are fairly updated, because it's no longer a conspiracy theory at this point. It's pretty much fact. Rockstar neglects Red Dead Online for GTA Online. And it's not even the fact that Red Dead players are against massive updates on GTA Online. Red Dead players are perfectly fine with those big updates on GTA Online. What they don't understand is, they don't understand why Red Dead can't get big updates just like GTA Online. Let's take a look, for instance. Let's take a look at the updates, for instance, just as proof alone. December of 2019, you had Moonshiners. Moonshiners was a great update, don't get me wrong. It had a lot of content in it. But if you compare Moonshiners to the Casino update on GTA Online in December of 2018, Casino update was much larger. The last time that we had gotten a massive update, that was back in September of 2019 with Frontier's Pursuits, with 3 roles: Trader, Bounty Hunter, and Collector. Now moving on, we go into the summertime. Okay, so summertime 2020, July of 2020. So GTA Online had gotten the summer special. You know, they had gotten a few new contact missions on the yacht, where Red Dead Online got Naturalist. Okay, I understand. Red Dead Online had a little bit of a bigger update, but the Red Dead update wasn't that big. Naturalist wasn't that much bigger than the summer special. It was a bit bigger, but it wasn't that much bigger. And Naturalist wasn't even that amazing of an update. But then, you look at December of 2020. What did we get in December of 2020 on Red Dead Online? We got a Bounty Hunter expansion. 10 ranks to the Bounty Hunter. 10 ranks, that's it. And yet, what did GTA Online get? Cayo Perico, a map expansion. They had gotten a map expansion, a ton of new vehicles, new strategies, new missions, new cutscenes, so many different approaches to the heist. While what Red Dead Online got this? 10 ranks to the Bounty Hunter? And then look, the final nail in the coffin on this argument is summer of 2021. What did GTA Online get? When the Tuners update was announced, most players thought that Tuners was just going to be a few new cars. That's what they thought. A few new cars, some races. While Red Dead Online, a lot of people thought was going to get the bigger update this time. Made it seem like robberies. The Newswire made it seem like we were going to get something big there, but it was the opposite. Instead, Tuners actually turned out to be a pretty big and cool DLC. You know, you had the whole car meet. You had a bunch of new cars. You had new missions, new contracts. You had a new auto body shop with side missions where you could customize and sell cars to that. You had a new exotic export car list. So that update was packed full of content. But what did we get on Red Dead Online? On Red Dead Online, instead, we got recycled bag missions. That is basically what the entire Blood Money DLC is. Recycled bag missions, and with a currency of Capitale, which you can also buy with gold bars, which is actually another shady practice that was also added to Red Dead Online. So like I said, Red Dead players, they're not angry at GTA Online, but they don't even hate on GTA Online. What they're pissed about is that GTA Online is an 8-year-old game almost at this point in October, and it's getting much more support than Red Dead Online. And I'm so sick of hearing this constant argument from people saying, oh, well, GTA Online makes more money, so that's why Rockstar focuses on it. Well, guess what? Red Dead Online would make plenty more money for Rockstar if Rockstar focused on it and actually provided the game with content. If GTA Online didn't have all this extra content, it wouldn't be making that much money now, would it? At number 2, we have over 1 year of boring and terrible updates. So just like I talked about before, how GTA Online gets these massive updates and Red Dead Online gets really small updates, for over a year now, Red Dead Online has gotten just boring and terrible updates. I mean, think about it. You know, when was the last time the community actually liked an update? The last time was Moonshiners. That was the last time people liked an update. And Moonshiners, like I said, while it was a good update, it wasn't that massive of an update. It was the last one people liked, but it wasn't that big. The last big giant update was in September of 2019, and that was Frontier's Pursuit. We had the 3 roles: Trader, Collector, Bounty Hunter. But then, what did we get? We got in summer of 2020, we'd got Naturalist, which Naturalist, that was just basically an animal studying role. A role where you would just study animals and sedate them. There was legendary animal missions, don't get me wrong, but it was just a boring update. Not too many people liked it and enjoyed it. It's not what people asked for. And then December of 2020, just 10 new ranks to the Bounty Hunter. And then in March of 2021, an Outlaw Pass with no content. And July of 2021, we had gotten basically recycled bag missions. That's what the entire Blood Money DLC was. Recycled bag missions. When are we actually going to have another good DLC on this game? If we don't have a good DLC on this game this December, that's going to be 2 years of boring and terrible updates on Red Dead Online. And number 1, the number 1 reason that people are angry at Rockstar, what else could it be? Everything that I've described on this list is a bunch of grievances. Is there something else? Yes. The number 1 reason that people are angry at Rockstar, at least in my opinion, what I'm the most pissed off at Rockstar is the lack of communication. That's right. Rockstar does not communicate at all with their community. Zero. And I think this is the number 1 complaint that I hear from people. I'm a pretty patient person. I don't mind waiting for a DLC if it's going to take months. However, though, I'd like to at least have some feedback from the developer, some communication with them, some kind of teaser of what's to come. Imagine if Rockstar was able to put up some kind of roadmap, basically saying, okay guys, we might have a small DLC right now, we're sorry about that, but we have a much larger project coming up. We have our biggest DLC coming out this year. You know, we would have properties, for example, we would have bank robberies, just examples of what's to come. And yet they don't do anything like that. What Rockstar does is they go silent for months and months and months. Maybe like 2-3 weeks before an update comes out, they'll give us a small teaser with not that much information. And then they'll finally reveal the DLC, and oftentimes the DLC just feels underwhelming. And the best example of this is just look at what happened in 2020. Look at that. In mid-December 2019, we had gotten a Rockstar feedback page for Red Dead Online. It made it seem like Rockstar was communicating with the community, right? But if you look at the newswire, there was no information on the next DLC, nothing. Rockstar went silent for 7 months. For 7 months, they went silent on Red Dead Online. And look, I know people are going to say, but Rockstar made events. Sure, they made events on Red Dead Online, and they made events on GTA Online, but they didn't tease any new DLC. They didn't tell us anything about what's to come out in the game. Nothing. No communication whatsoever. This pisses me off so much. With the amount of money and resources that Rockstar has, they should be able to talk to people, actually communicate with people. They should have somebody on Twitter, like an actual developer that responds to people, talks to people, asks people what they want to see, addresses grievances and concerns that people may have, but no. Instead, they just go absolutely silent, and this needs to change. This is unacceptable. I mean, just look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft isn't a perfect developer, you know, they have issues, but look at their last game that came out, Watch Dogs Legion Online. For Watch Dogs Legion Online, they gave us a roadmap of what's to come out on the games in the months coming up. This, at least we have a good idea of what's to come out in that game. Why can't they do something like this for Red Dead Online? No, outline the whole year, what's to come out on the game. You know, other developers have roadmaps. Why does Rockstar not have any kind of roadmap? For all these months, just complete silence, and even we started dressing up as clowns. We literally started dressing up as clowns to protest this, and I don't know if that even had an effect, but that's just how much people are pissed off about this. People are literally trying to keep the game alive. The community and players are trying to keep the game alive much more than Rockstar. That's just unacceptable how Rockstar acts like this. You have people that are so dedicated to your game, like your game, and are excited for what DLCs to come, and you treat them like garbage. You treat them like crap. You don't even respond to your fans. People who have concerns about your game, they should honestly be ashamed of themselves on how they handle this. The way that the developer has the relations that they have with the community, they don't even have relations. They have nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And that's pretty much it for this video. I know this video was kind of a rant, and it was kind of negative, guys, but this is just hopefully to help Red Dead Online. I'm not saying these things because I hate Red Dead Online. I like Red Dead Online, and I want this game to do good, but I'm addressing these issues because these are serious issues that need to be balanced and fixed, because Red Dead Online has potential. I think a lot of people can agree with me. It has potential to be a good game. Unfortunately, the way that Rockstar treats the game, they constantly neglect it. Hopefully it changes in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, do drop a like. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.